I am back with Bleach character trailers. Very excited about these two. Mayuri we have for up first, and the second one that they already basically announced. So you already know kind of. If you didn't watch my announcement trailer reaction for this game, go watch that before you watch this. But Mayuri was up before then, so I'm adding Mayuri here with the second one, which you already know who it is. I don't need to say who it is, but let's just go ahead and start with Mayuri's character gameplay. All right. Headset is on, or headphones, however you want it. Whatever. Let's watch. Ooh. I'm actually really curious about this guy. Poison gauge. Okay. Whoa, what? Wait. That's not like Renji at all. Hold up. Okay, wait, let's take a look at that again. Dude, wait a second. Hold up. This is interesting. Hold up. This is actually a very interesting gameplay character trailer. I knew Mayuri would be a little bit of a tricky character to put in there and a little bit. So, Captain of Squad 12. He is a very proud warrior who possesses an insatiable, inquisitive mind. He uses poison to wear down his enemies and control their movement across the battlefield. So that's going to be that poison gauge. We'll go ahead and talk about it here in just a bit. Looks really cool though. Right here, boom, poison gauge. So when some skills hit, poison gauge accumulates and decreases over time. The gauge will be consumed when attacking with Mayuri Zanpakuto and gives additional damage. So I'm assuming the poison gauge is kind of like a health reishi depleter. Once it builds up. So many different options for these characters. It's crazy. So his first signature move is going to be Toxic Bubbles. Mayuri releases slow-moving toxic bubbles that causes accumulating poison damage when they hit an opponent. If the signature move button is pressed before the toxic bubbles hits the opponent, the bubbles explode and spreads a poison mist over the wide area. Interesting. So there's two ways to sort of get, I guess, the opponent is like directly if the bubble hits them, and then if you want to just explode them. That actually makes this move a lot more, because on plain sight, you know what I mean? The move doesn't look that crazy because the bubbles move a little bit slower than, like look at that. That doesn't really look that crazy, right? But being able to just boom, do that, you know what I'm saying? You could probably toss maybe one or two of these at a time and then have a certain area. It's almost kind of like a pawn protection, if you will, for your character, which is actually kind of dope. Okay. Speaking of pawns, his spiritual pressure move 2 is move, you idiot. Nemu charges forward and restrains the opponent, then causes damage with a powerful kick. The opponent can still guard when restrained, but the guard gauge depletion of the kick is very high. Okay, so the kick is basically like it's a definitive hit for sure, but you can still guard when you're. Okay, interesting. So having Nemu here as part of Mayuri's sort of like move sets really makes it. I mean, I didn't really think Nemu would be a character that you would be able to play in the game. So this is just one way of having her in the game without having her be a playable character. I'm not mad at that. I wasn't expecting her to be a playable character. She doesn't really have much to do other than be Mayuri's, pawn here and there whenever she does show up. Obviously, Thousand Year Blood War kind of changed that, but we'll get there when we get there. For this game, wasn't expecting Nemu, but I also wasn't expecting her to show up for Mayuri, and here she is. So that's a really cool addition. And here he goes, his awakening, which looks so sick, actually. That looks so sick. So his awakening, by releasing Bankai Konjiki Ashi Jizo, opponents will accumulate poison even when attacks do not hit. The speed of poison accumulation will increase over time. Okay, so that's kind of dope. I'm very curious to see how this poison thing is going to play out in the meta of the game. There's a lot of these gauges and a lot of these sort of different tactics that different characters have. Mayuri with his poison, obviously, and it's going to be interesting to see how it actually plays out in the game. I'm not seeing this game as like Sparking Zero, where they like obviously announce that it's not going to be balanced. You know what I mean? Like if a character is stronger than another character, that's just what it is. That's just because they are. I feel like they are going to want to balance this game and make it fun and make it enjoyable for just online or just general play. So I'm going to be curious to see how all of this sort of plays when it comes out. Surely they've tested this. If not, if they do want to test it, you know what I'm saying? Your boys here, hit me up. But okay, so another thing I want to point out, like Renji, when you see Renji's Bankai, it's as big, if not somewhat, I mean, Mayuri's Bankai is bigger, but Renji's Bankai is big and takes up the whole screen, bro. And you zoom out and you're fighting with Zabimaru. Mayuri's Bankai is way different. So it looks like the Bankai baby. That's what I'm just gonna call him. I'm sorry, I know he got a name, but the Bankai baby, just because my brain won't figure it out, is just releasing toxin that's just poisoning you over time as the Bankai is released, which is interesting because it's like you see, like right there, boom. It's just the Bankai. It's the Zanpakuto itself manifested in the background. It's not like you're not zoomed out of the screen, which I don't hate. It's not what I was expecting, though. After watching Renji's character trailer, it's not what I was expecting. And there he is, Mayuri Kurotsuchi, Squad 12 captain. Strong ability to restrict the opponent's actions from a medium range and then slowly hunt the opponent down. Yeah, very interesting character. Very curious to see how he plays. I don't know if I'm going to main him per se, but that poison gauge does look interesting. All right, let's move on to the main man himself, the future predictor, the man who, or not predictor, but the dude who controlled the fate of others. Let's watch some Aizen. All right, here he is, the head honcho himself of the Espada, the traitor, as they're calling him. I'm going to be very curious about this one, dude. Oh.
This is what I mean by the word strength.
Ooh, new map.
You're all weak and vulnerable.
Whoa.
Hado number 90. Kurotsuchi. Let us celebrate this birth.
What? Wait a second. What? Whoa! Wait! Whoa!
Both soul represent hollows.
Dude, this is no shot. They're putting it all in one character? That's actually crazy. What the hell? Let's watch that shit again. What? That's crazy. What? That's not what I was expecting at all. Dude. So, captain of Squad 5 with the crime of high treason, he is the proud owner of having spiritual pressure that surpasses all Soul Reaper and a general unparalleled power beyond limitation. Aizen himself, the main anime villain, arguably one of the best, if not the best anime villains of all time.
This is what I mean by the word.
Kyle's so good as the voice actor too, bro. This boy's gonna be so toxic. Okay, so his first spiritual pressure move is El Escudo. When activated, the guard gauge will decrease and negate the knockback by all enemies attack until the gauge becomes 0. The guard gauge will decrease and negate the knockback by enemies' attack until the gauge becomes. That's crazy.
Futile. You're all weak and vulnerable.
What a counter. And then spiritual pressure move 2 Hado Kurohitsugi. Attack by slashing forward with a follow-up attack by Kurohitsugi performed via Aishokaki when it hits. The damage will increase depending on how the Hogyokyu fusion level is. Okay. I'm assuming the Hogyokyu fusion level is going to be a different gauge because it looks like Aizen sort of like progresses in that fusion level without sort of awakening and then awakens into that first form.
Let us celebrate
see?
This birth.
Like there he is. He's just into like the cocoon stage, if you will, before he blossoms into the butterfly stage. Which is interesting because I would have thought that this would have been awakening if it's of its own, but it doesn't seem like it is. Look at that. That's actually I'm so interested how this is gonna be, bro. This is not
being that transcends both Soul Reapers and Hollows.
And then he awakens, and his awakening is interesting. I thought this was going to be a thing. I wasn't sure if they were going to put it, but here we are. So his awakening. The performance is enhanced by the progress of the fusion with Hogyokyu and reaching to an existence that has exceeded natural law. It takes time to reach the awakening state, but compared to the other characters, Aizen's status will dramatically increase, and he will be able to activate a mightier power by increasing Hogyokyu fusion level. So that's his reawakening. So right now he's awakening. He's kind of... Oh my goodness, they really are gonna do... We're getting final Getsu... We're getting... We're getting final Getsuga Ichigo, bro. Oh, that's gonna be crazy. Don't reveal him. Don't reveal him. Oh, that's nuts. He looked crazy there. Hold up. Let's rewatch that again. This looked kind of crazy. Hold up. The way he moving. Look at that. That's actually nuts, bro. Look at that. So that's crazy, bro. Boom. Boom. That's crazy. Oh, this looks so sick. This game is so sick, bro. There's no way. Oh, 4th phase of the Hogyokyu fusion. Interesting. 4th phase. Huh. Interesting. I'm so interested, bro. Let's go back here to his awakening, right?
Transcends both Soul Reapers and Hollows.
So it doesn't say what stage these are, right? So obviously that's the 4th. So I'm assuming this is the 1st, this is the 2nd. Why is this the 4th? I thought the 4th would be the one where he looks kind of ugly. Because there's a transformation past this one, which is crazy. But there is a transformation past this one that we see, this reawakening. But that's Sosuke Aizen, overwhelming power and conditioned state mind made by the diverse changes during the fight. He's gonna be toxic. I just said he's gonna be toxic. The amount of the fusion gauge and all that stuff, that's gonna be crazy. I'm still wondering if we are still it's what I think, but I'm wondering if we are still going to get Aizen pre-trader, like, you know what I mean, like Soul Society Aizen before he completely, turned full heel and evil and just announced himself as the main villain. I wonder if that's still going to be a character or if this is just the only Aizen we're going to get. Only time will tell. But all that being said, so far these trailers have never disappointed, man. They've just piqued my interest even more. Mayuri's poison gauge is very interesting. I'm very curious to see how that's going to play out. And then this whole Aizen thing is not... I guess it's kind of what I expected a little bit, but I wasn't expecting it to have like a fusion rate. It's obvious with Ichigo as well that we already got like two Ichigo characters, and we're gonna get a third one with the final Getsuga. With Aizen, I was expecting to get like 3 as well. I was expecting to get Soul Society Aizen, this Aizen that was at the beginning of this character gameplay trailer that awakens into his, I guess, Hogyoku state with the wings, and then a third Aizen that starts out with the mask that awakens and then reawakens into the final transfer. Because we still have not seen that. Okay, so like there's still like a transformation that Aizen has when he fights Ichigo, where he looks like a complete like just monster. You know, his wings look weird. His face is all like split up. I'm curious. I'm curious how they're gonna handle all this. I am. The Hogyoku transformation has piqued my interest as well. He looks fun. He does look kind of slow, but I'm assuming his attacks are kind of almost like just heavy hitting attacks. But otherwise, he just looks like a fun character, a toxic character. I guarantee you, he's gonna get probably nerfed a lot. Or if not one of the first characters that gets nerfed, it's Aizen. I mean, like, you know what I mean? The only way that you can make Aizen right is by making him overpowered and broken. And then that's going to lead to toxicity, which leads to, like, you know what I'm saying? If they really want to balance out, a lot of patching. That being said, I do think, like I said, I'm just excited now for Captain Yamamoto to come next week because that's crazy. It's also kind of crazy that they're announcing the Yamamoto. I was thinking that he would be DLC, considering that, you know, he does have a fight with who is it? His two captains during the retrieval of Rukia. But I didn't think it was that major of a thing to have him as a playable character base game. You know what I mean? I figured DLC was the right way to go. I think we're getting, you know, final Getsuga Ichigo and then the final transformation of Aizen as DLC as well. I think those are two slots in the season pass. If they are not, bro, and let's say their base game, we won. We absolutely won because they could just start adding other awesome characters that, you know, that people would want us to play as for the season pass. That being said, it only makes sense to have Final Getsuga Ichigo and Aizen's final transformation as season pass characters. It just seems like a no-brainer, unless they reveal them somehow or some way. Otherwise, it just seems like a no-brainer. But anyways, wrapping the video up, what did you guys think? What did you guys think about the two characters, especially Aizen? I know Mayuri's a little bit older, but if you have thoughts that you want to let me know, drop them down in the comment section below. Let me know how you're feeling about Aizen. Do you think he's going to be a toxic character? Will you be maining him? Will you be toxic online? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know how surprised you are with how they handled his character gameplay wise. And just sound off down below. It's been a lot of fun reviewing a lot of these character gameplay trailers, and it feels like we're nearing the end of them. We have Captain Yamamoto next, head captain. But I don't know if we're gonna get anything after that. We're only like a couple months out from the release. I don't know if we're just gonna continue to get character trailers till the release of the game. If so, I don't mind it. I think they're fun to do. I like watching them here. I think they're fun to watch. It gets me more hyped up for the game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this game. If you are looking forward to seeing me play this game on the channel, be sure to like and subscribe so that I know how many people are gonna pull up when I do play it when it drops. Cause we gotta buckle up. Let's clutch up. I'm still hoping for that physical collectors. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I don't think we're getting a collector's edition, but only one can pray that there's a collector's edition that I can get my hands on for this game. Otherwise, it is what it is. I'm just gonna get the physical. But with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to subscribe. Did I already say that? I think I did. Anyways, I'm out.